Alright, you see me try to do that in fast motion. I'm actually trying to beat my own time at, trying to beat my own time as far as how long it takes these panels to go. I'm actually about to run into some of the easier panels. So, and I went and picked up more materials and got some free ones. I'll show you all that in a bit. Oh, all right. You know the funny part, if I had to reset my saw from when I did the window, it actually went through all the way. Quick and easy. No difference. Again, the other one, whenever you readjust your saw, make sure you put it back to full depth when you want to cut a 2x4. Getting down to the bottom of it, make sure when this board falls we ain't gonna get it. 45 inches makes my top plate. And we go ahead and run another 45. We're on the third panel, so stoked. Alright, here's a bottom plate. Scratch for later. So let me preset some screws up, because like I said, this is going to get mundane. It's going to be basically the same thing as the other window, but we'll finish this one up on camera. I'll bring out the next sheet of ply as soon as I get this pallet, figure out how much I damaged, how much was already crap. Cannot complain, this is all free. It's that cheap laminated floor donated to the Off-Grid Education Center, and I have a good part of this in the Jeep. Not this ratchet, but the crap that you get from Tractor Supply, the green straps or the green little part, don't get them. They're just garbage. Round in the corner, had to run errands while I was getting the plywood. That's where they donated the materials free. Strapped it down, had it nice and tight. Went around one corner right before I got back to the house. Completely lost part of my load, and I was upset because that was good free material. All right, let me get this pre-set up and go from there. All right, so see how tight I got this sucker. Yep, I got her tight, so might have to go get the persuasion tool. Nope. We need persuasion. Total east wing will work. That's good. I like a nice tight joint. Make sure that we're not gonna have any issues. All right. Get my edges nice and flush. And this is a good something good to show y'all guys. Let me see if I can get the camera down here. If you notice how I put the screw in the delaminated. For my application, this ain't gonna hurt a bit. Not a bit. And that's like I was talking to the guys up there today. I even asked them they wouldn't mind if I advertised for their place, because there's always people like me that like to build stuff on the budget, and why not? Whoa. So this is basically, we're just going through, cinching everything down. Yeah, I can live with that. Just a hair off. That's it. Got a top plate. Let's go knock in that bottom plate real quick. Alright, same as before. Go ahead and, oh, this one's actually looser. I'm actually kind of upset. Normally I strive to do better work than this. Alright. So now, because of the bow and the wood, which is just from sitting up here and the weather and all, alright. Top and bottom plate is fully wrapped. That is nice. So now we need 2 studs, and we'll go ahead and frame out the window. I'm actually beating my own time today, seems like. Let me throw, what I'll do is go ahead and throw 2 2x4s up here. We'll measure them, get them ready to be cut, put in our studs for the windows, and cut some top and bottom plates. And let's get ready to drag this panel over to the pile. Alright, adjust this to here. Got the, well, since these are 10 footers and they sold them as 8 footers for a cheaper price, don't matter because I need to knock 3 inches off the 8 foot, but also the extra 2 foot. Basically what I got is 2 studs that are going to be 93 inches. That way it compensates for the top and bottom plate, and it should fit right in the opening. And here we go. Alright, time to slide them in. Let's kick our straps underneath the wall. Those will be used later. Alright, so got a stud. I'll slide it in here. Let's get it to fit. Scoot the wall over, and using a good old E-swing, I know the window fit right in the opening, so I double check my windows. Go make sure everything gonna stay flush. Alright, what I'm gonna do is drive a couple screws just in case you got a bow. And we're gonna go ahead. We'll go ahead and make sure this one's flush. Drive a screw here. Alright. Now, let me reposition the camera. We're going to go ahead and put the other stud in, and we'll go ahead and cut the plates. Then I'll do all those other screws all at once. Let me make sure y'all can actually see this shot. Alright. Same as before. We'll slide it in. There we go. And we'll give her a little lift up. Good old E-swing. guess it would have helped if I'd have brought my tools to this side. And that should be good right there. Now, use an old East Wing like a crowbar, because we're making it nice and tight in the opening. Make sure you're satisfied with it now, because once you can go to the trouble putting screws in it, it's like a car deal or a marriage. It's a done deal. So, alright. So now I got it. It's good. If it's flush here at this window opening, it should be dead flush all the way down. Now I still have to go in, put screws up and down the tops, all the way down the line, all around the window. But what I want to do first, before I do all that, we're going to drive in just 2 more screws. One right here in the center. We'll go to the other side and do the same thing, put one right there in the center window opening. These are just going to be the first set of screws. I'm also going to go ahead and I'll just cut them off camera. I'm going to go ahead and cut my top and bottom plates for these. Go ahead and screw them in and go from there. Hopefully y'all can see what I'm doing. For my opening right now is 36 1/8. 36. Alright, and that's just easy as marking. Using the old guide. And I do really recommend, just forget the construction pencils. For me, I love a good number 2 pencil. I like to see a nice defined line. Helps me cut dead on. And I gotta say, I am so impressed with Milwaukee. This is the first good tool set I bought that's cordless, battery operated, whatever you want to call it. Everybody now, I know I'm here in the comments, everybody's got their own favorite brand, and I'm so glad I had that one customer that was selling off something he didn't even know what he had. He could actually cared less. So he helped me out in the end. Now that's this side's straight, the other side I ain't gonna say it's straight. And what it is, I'm cutting with my left hand. I'm not left-handed. But what works, works. Time to install these. You know, there's a lot of guys that will edit out little mistakes. Not a professional, but I love to tinker. Just like this, I'm gonna hear something from somebody saying, oh, you didn't cut the window openings right. You didn't, I'm gonna hear about all the stuff I didn't do right. Well, I've seen contraptions built on YouTube that are a hell of a lot worse than what I'm doing. So, I've seen some of the guys that have built portable cabins. There's some that impressed me. There's some that were good. There's some stuff I've seen. It's not really portable cabins, but whatnot, that I've seen some actual worse than what even I can think of. But you know what? Here's the thing. Never down somebody for what they're doing, because at least they tried. When I did my homemade camper on my other channel, Masses32210, I had some negative comments. That's when I first started filming for YouTube. And no, I don't do it for the money that I make out a little revenue out of it. Because believe me, when I say little money, it's little money. Only reason out of that other channel, all it does is help me pay back for the projects. Otherwise, I couldn't enjoy tinkering because it cost me too much. And as with this project, Not afraid to go search local resources. My area is Craigslist. I think Canada's Kijiji and whatnot. Everybody has a way to look for resources through Facebook. Let me get y'all guys turned around so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Sorry for all the camera movement. But now getting back to like my homemade camper project, I heard so much criticism. I heard a lot of good stuff. But you know, the funny part, all the guys that had something negative seriously to say, I didn't give them a negative comment. All I did was review their own channel. Not a single video of anything they could have built. Not a single thing. But they had to say everything to say about what wrong I did. Constructive criticism is very well. I enjoy it. That's how I've learned. My building techniques over the years in fabrication. You know, I understand for wanting dead on up to par. I'm not happy with this, and this is the reason why this is sticking up just a hair. I'd rather get this sitting. I think I could live with that. She's framed in. Basically, this wall is done. Now, I say basically done. I've got enough screws wrapping the perimeter, but you only have 3. I need at least another 2 per side. So I need 2, 4, 6, 8 more. We're going to wrap this 8 more screws because I'd rather use more than enough. Like I said, there was a little delamination on these pieces, but in the end, most of the delamination, I've been finding it, and for my openings, make sure that it's going to remain inside. I mean, like I said, the opening will cut out most of the delamination. Around the edges, it's getting pretty well screwed down. And then by the time I add studs, really won't have an issue. But while I'm at it, no, let's wait. Also, my big 3.5 inch, 4 inch screws, we need to put 2 per side, so we're going to need 8. So why don't we go ahead and finish this one up by doing this little fast frame motion. almost finished wall panel. We got another one identical to make as this. What I'm gonna do, only thing I left to have now, I still have to put a center stud here, 24-inch on center, and one down there. And while I was at this place, since I'm getting the plywood cheap, they also had a hell of a deal on. They also had good deals on insulation. Because unlike the homemade cabin I built, or the homemade camper, this will get insulated and insulated very well. Because why? Not only is it next to a creek, I get very tired of the North Florida winters. We get that wet cold and the wind go right through you. So, well, what y'all think? Got a little bit of this to bend back. Another wall section built. It's identical. Now I could go the easy route and I could have just traced this plywood onto another sheet, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm actually gonna do it the exact same way. I'd rather do it and do it my way, do it right. Pop chalk line, center of the window, measure it out and all, trace it, and go from there. Another wall panel done. One more to do, and we're gonna build some flat walls. Those should be quicker and use less materials. Alright, what I'm doing is just double checking what Crew went ahead and pre-measured it. Just want to double check what I'm doing. So 36 and an 8 and there she goes. Time to screw it in place, but you know what? I'll go ahead and cut the top plate while I'm at it too, or the top stud.